Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be talking about the 5 fears that I had of going back to school and why they're irrelevant. So if you had some of these fears or you have some of these fears right now, stick around and keep watching and I'll tell you why they're really not fears that you should be having. So one of my first fears was, am I just wasting my time going back to school for another 3 years? Like 3 years is a long time. And I just feel like every time I would bring it up to people and be like, oh my God, I think I'm going back to school, they'd be like, are you sure? Like, that's 3 years, like, don't you want to travel? Don't you want to like enjoy your free time? And yeah, of course I wanted to enjoy my free time, but I felt like I wasn't happy. I wasn't fulfilled. I even brought it up to my parents, and my mom was kind of like, oh, you already have a good job. Like, I don't know. And then my dad was like, are you going to be in school forever? Like, are you just going to keep going back to school? And I was kind of like, well, no, I have a long life to live. So yeah, I decided within the year, I was kind of like, you know what? That's fine that they think it's a long time. And I know it's a long time, but I know I can do it. And in the end, I'll be happier. So to me, it just was something that I was just like, okay, 3 years goes by like that. So I just decided to take the leap. My second fear was definitely quitting my job. I knew I was going to have to quit my job. They not only does the program recommend that you not have a full-time job, but I know myself and I know that I could not work 40 hours and then come home and do some more work. Like, where would my quality of life be? I wouldn't have any. I just can't live like that. And also, it's not fair to my boyfriend. And I would like some kind of personal life. I would like to still do some of the things that I enjoy. So I knew that that wasn't an option for me. But quitting my job is scary. I mean, I've had a full-time job for a very long time, and to go back to working part-time or not having a job was really scary to me. After talking to a lot of people that have done it, I figured that, yeah, I can do it. There's so many people that have to quit their jobs to go back to school full time. And a lot of times they end up happier in the end and happy that they did it. So I just decided that I was just going to apply and figure out how I was going to pay my way through school and just how I was going to live in general. So my third fear was I'm not going to have any money, which goes hand in hand with not having a full-time job. I was like, how am I supposed to support myself? How am I supposed to be able to do anything? Am I going to be able to go out to eat at all? Am I going to be able to hang out with my friends at all? So those are all things that I thought about, and I was kind of like, wow. And I love to travel too. That's another thing. So I was like, how am I going to make those things happen in these 3 years? So that's why I decided I was just going to apply to scholarships and just see what happens. And also I made a budget and decided to see how we could make it work. I also do live with my boyfriend, who is going to help me take on some of the expenses and just kind of like help support me throughout the program. The thing is, we're just going to have to make some sacrifices, and we're going to have to scale back on things that really are necessities. Like, for example, going out to eat every weekend, that's not a necessity. I mean, I love going out to eat, but sacrifices are going to have to be made, and I guess that's one of them that we're going to have to scale back on for now. But hopefully, I am still waiting on some scholarships, and hopefully I hear back from one of them, and it's good news, and I can still continue to do some of the things that I love. I don't believe in completely cutting out all of them, but I'm just going to have to be choosy with what I'm spending my money on. My fourth fear is, what if I do all of this, do the whole 3 years, sacrificing, eating out, going out to eat, and in the end I realize I don't even want to do this. Like, I don't even like this career. Of course, that one is a scary one. That's probably one of the scariest ones of them all. I feel like in the end, if I don't like what I went to school for, there's so many different avenues with the nursing career that I could take. I highly doubt that I'm going to hate all of them. But in the event that I do, I could always go back to school. I know that sounds ridiculous. I'm probably not going to go back to school, but I could use all the skill sets that I have and find something that I really like. And I just feel like it is worth it for me to spend 3 years going after something new that I think I'd enjoy than just being miserable in a job that I know I don't want to do, and just wondering to myself, what if? What if I had gone to school for 3 years? So instead of the what if, I'd rather just take the leap. And if I don't like what I'm doing 3 years from now, we'll cross that bridge when I get there. My fifth fear is not being able to have kids by the end of this. Do I want to have kids? Yes, that's like a common question. People ask me all the time, like, do you want to have kids? Because I'm 31. So by the time I finish the program, I'll be 34, almost 35. So of course that scares me. Like, I do want to have kids, but I also don't want to have kids just because I think that the clock is ticking. I think that I still have a lot of things to do. And of course you can do them with kids, but it's a little bit harder. And knowing me, I just rather do it now and then I can have the kids later. I think that I'll be fine, and if it's meant to be, it'll be, and hopefully I can have kids. I think I will be fine. There are a lot of people that have kids when they're older, like J-Lo and Beyonce, and they're fine, and they had twins, and if I had twins, that would be even better. One and done. To me, it's worth the risk, and also in 3 years, I'm still going to be 34. So I might as well reach 34 doing something that I want to do. So that's the way that I look at it. So these are the 5 top reasons that I was fearing applying and going back to school. If you have any questions about the way I formulated my decision on going back, or how I was able to make my own decision while I had opinions from everyone, I was asking everyone, which I don't know if that's the best thing to do. But if you have any questions at all or comments, just leave them below in the comments and I'll definitely write back. I would just love to hear your take on this, just because I feel like there's a stigma about going back to school at a later age, but you can do whatever you want, and you can go back to school at 50, 60. Like, if that's what you want to do, go for it. And yeah, I'm really happy with this decision that I made, and hopefully you get some of those fears out of the way if you're thinking about going back to school. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube video, and I hope it was helpful to you, whether that clarified your path and what you're going to do, or if you're thinking about going back to school. And if you really like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe if you want to watch more of my DEN nursing journey. So until next time, peace out.